I woke up this morning. Can I get a amen? Don't get scared now. Hallelujah. Thursday night. Here we go.
Love you. Go, y'all. Let's get busy living.
Oh, there it is. There it is. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We on this hot Thursday night, y'all. I'm trying to share this out, and I got hemmed up over here. My phone didn't pick up. I don't know what's going on. We got a treat for you tonight. We got 115 in here popping. Share this out. This dude's the real deal, real deal. Holyfield. If you didn't know, now you know, because I told you so. He's got 13 whole ones, baby, with no minor mood altering substance up in this piece. I first heard you share. Introduce yourself, Rich.
I'm Rich. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky.
Lex Town, baby, throw it up. Yeah, guys, share some hope with us while we're on here. We're going to get in with Rich, and he's got some statistics going on about, with some overdoses since we've been on quarantine. And again, it's the whole world. It's affecting everybody across the board. But for an addict like me, alcoholic like me, man, this ain't no joke. This is my medicine. I need this. So, guys, yeah, please post your clean and sober date, depending what fellowship you in. Hear me share some hope with us. Now, we got a treat tonight. Rich Willow, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hype, y'all. Get with us. Don't play about it, be about it. Here we come. We're going to pray tonight. So, Rich, talk to me, baby. How's it been? How you been moving?
Busy, really busy. Decided to go on a little adventure and go out on my own and open my own practice in January. And my girl Beth, I told her that I was going to be a one-man show for about 6 months, and the next thing I know, we're opening facilities, and we got people in recovery coming on to work for us, and just a lot of good things happening. A lot of good things have happened. Yeah.
And I know, man, we got 425 people in here popping, man. Y'all share y'all's clean dates. I'm getting ready to get in the comments, man. Don't play. Hear me share some hope. So, Rich, I've known you since I first began this process after leaving, my blessing, which was jail, rescued, not arrested. Hey, man. And fortunate enough, there was a 12-step program, man, there. Thank God for Carlton R. No doubt about it. George B. across the board. Sean W. Woo, Joanne G. Son. Real talk. But, and it's just amazing. I first heard you share, and I had some time. I wasn't wearing it like it's a badge because, hey, man, look here. One day is a blessing for an addict like me. But I heard you share at the end of the road, and I'm hard-headed, and I can't sit still. But when I heard you share, it was so profound. It grabbed me, bro. It grabbed me, and I was like, dude, oh, man, this guy, I like what this guy's got. You know what I'm saying? But, and I go back to the work that you've put in. That's why I respect you, because I know the work that you have put in to get where you got. And now you're the owner of some recovery homes.
Yeah.
For men and women, optimal living.
Yeah. We've got a private practice where we've got an intensive outpatient going, outpatient therapist, and then we've got a transitional living home for men and also for women. But it's been a journey, man. A lot of folks have asked me how things got going so quick, and to me, it has not been quick. This has been a process that's been going on for a minute.
And and you're right, because again, I know the work you put in. I've watched you, because that's what I watch, man. And again, you shared some stuff, and it caught my attention. But then I start to watch your walk, your actions, because that's what it is. That's pretty much what we're going off of. Guide me in my recovery. Show me is an action word, how to live. And and I watched your walk, and I ran across you, just several different places, putting the work in, man, and to see how blessed you are today. and we actually ran into each other at church a couple times.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell us a little bit, man. You got 13 years, boy.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
yeah.
It's a whole lot of hop. Oh, we got people in the comments. Mary Hop, how you doing? 7/23/2018. I love you. Way to go. Hey Shane, how you doing? 12/13/17. Yes, sir. You got it. There's my people. What are you doing? Barbie Garcia, missed you. Beth Brown in the house. I see you. Christy Smith, you got any shots out, Rich?
Yeah, my brother Caleb's in here. I see
Where?
my brother Caleb. Caleb,
I see you, man.
that's my little brother. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, and then my brother Chris, he goes by Hawk Leo. He's got some issues.
It happens. I ain't living like that today. You hear me? I ain't got one on me. I'm just saying. My man Ben Fisher in the house. I love you, Ben. Ben's my guy. We just got done doing a video for Blameless Children. Yeah. It's official. June 19, 2021, baby. That therapeutic value of one child helping another, baby. Woo, here we go.
Hey, Raymond Cloud's in here too. I don't know if you know something about Raymond. But
right. I love you, boy.
Yeah.
Great one. I love Raymond. Raymond got a mouth. Hey, look here. Raymond share you listen too.
Yeah, well, he's taught me a few things along the way.
He'll chop you up.
Yeah.
You better act right. Here we go.
Yeah.
So tell me, bro. I mean, you're being so blessed, man. God keeps blessing you, man. And it's a lot because here's what you're creating jobs for people like me and you. We ain't forgot where we come from. You're creating jobs and giving people that main thing, baby. Woo! Value, worth. You know what I'm saying? Purpose.
Well, I had to get an experience first, right? And you know, we all know how to use, and that's my story. I was using, and you know, in 2004, I got exposed to recovery through a wonderful woman and mentor, Terry Leather. She was teaching a little IOP at the Ridge, and she planted a seed. She planted two seeds. She told me, you know, about recovery, but then she also told me that I had a calling in this field called counseling, and I wasn't trying to hear it. I had what was called back problems. You know, I had a judge on my back. I had a girl on my back. I had a boss on my back. And as soon as the back problems went away, I went back to what I was doing. I just wasn't ready. And then, you know, August in 2017, you know, I don't have this great big prolific moment. I was just tired. It was like Groundhog Day. It was crazy. It was just, and it was, I could see my life was deteriorating. And I had a moment. The God put on my heart, said, "You've had enough," and you know, that's when I surrendered, and you know, I went in and got cleaned up, and then I got into a program, and man, you know, walking into a 12-step program was one of the best experiences of my life, and some things started taking off without my permission. I took some suggestions and I got a sponsor, and I got in a couple people's back pockets and started doing what they were doing. And listen, I didn't get into recovery trying to be a good person. I got into recovery because I wanted the pain and the consequences to stop.
Yeah.
And you know, but somewhere along the way, you know, things started making sense, and you know, I started putting some stuff together and putting a little bit of time together, and some blessings started to fall into place. And you know, you surrender and let God take over, and it's amazing, you know, the doors and the opportunities that will open up. So
this is 13 years, man. That ain't no punk. That's big. You hear me? And I remember, man, celebrating a year. I remember celebrating 2 years. I remember celebrating 3 years. I remember being released. I think I had 9 months. I picked up a 9-month key tag in Cincinnati at a popcorn meeting. You hear me? Because I was, they don't know nothing about that popcorn meeting. They give you, what am I doing? Why are we all going? So they give you a ticket when you go into this meeting. If your number's called, you got to share. I would not share. Scared to death, full of fear. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
full of fear, man. But like you said, this lady that said that you had this gift, and it's what it is. People see things and we don't see in ourselves, you know, and to give us guidance, to give us that where we believe and start to believe in ourselves, man. That's what
Yeah.
the fellowship had taught me, to believe in myself, man. But where I'm going with this is like with 13 years, the work that you've put in. What was it like? And how, when you first got here, how did you get here? Like you said, you had the court system on you, you had the girl on you, you know, the judge is telling you, when you got here, what was your drug of no choice? Can you share that, or is that too much?
More, man.
More, okay.
That was about it.
I
You
have a
know,
lot of pain, so I don't know what's going on.
yeah. But I mean, when I got clean, you know, so uh, you know, anybody that knows me, my daughter's everything, right?
Amen.
And I think the thing that hit me the most the on my heart was that I had played games long enough, and I needed to make my daughter a priority. And so, you know, I'd pretty much kind of figured out that like I was okay with being a miserable human being. I just wanted to be able to take care of my daughter at that point. And, you know, I decided that I wanted to be able to provide for her. And I started out going into construction, and then I started slinging Pepsi. I was stacking Pepsi on a shelf, and
Yeah.
my body started breaking down, man. I just couldn't handle it. I was getting, my back was going out all the time. I was having back problems. My knees were going out, and I was real worried. There was a guy there that, you know, he went through a back surgery, real young cat, and then he got hooked on Oxy. And the next thing you know, he overdoses in his front yard.
Mm.
And, you know, that spoke to me, and I was like, man, I gotta figure out something different to do, something that's sustainable. And you know, I had a little bit of college under my belt from
What,
another life,
what was you going to college for in another life, Rich?
electrical engineering.
Shut your
Yeah,
mouth. Come on.
yeah,
What's
yeah,
up?
yeah. And so I started looking into going back into school, and I was going to get like an associate's degree. But the next thing I know, I get offered a scholarship to get a bachelor's. So I went to Eastern and ended up getting my bachelor's in psychology. And then about that time, I ended up getting in grad school. And check this out: just because I got clean didn't mean life stopped showing up, right?
No,
Uh,
definitely not.
yeah, yeah. I had 5 years clean, and I got put out of the place I was living at, homeless. Right? That's not what's supposed to happen when you have some clean time and doing all the right stuff. And you know, that's how I got hooked up with Raymond, man. He, you know, we're always looking for a hookup, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Raymond's working at a hotel. I need a place to go. He's got a hookup, so
That's
I
right.
called
That's
him up.
bro. It's so funny you said that. Before I was, released, I thought by doing the 12-step program inside the detention center, FCDC, the Hope Center, that the judge would be lenient and let me get out early, and it didn't happen that way. But during that process, you know how we think. I'm already thinking, oh man, I hit these meetings. There's going to be people there that own car lots. They own real estate. They own, I'm gonna try to get under somebody. That was my crazy way of thinking. Real
Yeah,
quick, what do you say to this lady? Can you see the comment on the front there?
yeah, and I have,
I need
yeah,
this
man,
tonight.
hang on. Yeah, hang on.
Yeah. Hang on, and we're glad you're here, man. You're in the right spot right through here. We're just sharing some hope right here because I remember, like you just talked about, man. For real, it's the little things for me, bro. I have good problems today, and you talked about these problems. I have good problems. You have good problems, young lady. If listen, because right now you're doing something different. Because we fight against this power, God's power, all our lives. We keep putting dope on it, dope of it, digging that hole. And then again, when we get to where we're at in life today, man, this is so simple for me. With the problems I have, these problems I have today are good problems I have, and when I get caught up, You hear me? When this committee starts telling me some craziness and get me in my feelings, I'm like, hold up, man, you ain't smoking crack today. Shut your mouth. Woo! Just
Yeah.
that simple, man. And again, so go ahead. I'm sorry, Rachel Savage is on here. You know her?
Yeah, I know a few things.
Yeah, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, good advice. Yeah, reach out before.
That's
Come on it,
yeah,
girl.
that's
And she's
that's
telling
good
on it. Real
people.
talk. I
Yeah,
see May Jean up in here. I love you, May. We got it, May. You got to meet May. You'll meet her, and you're going to show up this year, next year,
yeah,
2021, June 19th. Blameless Children. And thank you. Optimal Living was a big sponsor for us. Helped us a lot with some things. Helped some kids, do some things they wouldn't get to do normally. Growing up or being in that household, or financial things like going on trips at the school, a new pair of sneakers, little things,
yeah,
which are big
yeah,
things to us. But yeah, speak on it. What you want him to speak on, Timmy? Timmy Heisel up in this piece. So tell us,
yeah.
man, share some of that pain, boy.
Yeah, I got some pain. It's a week before Thanksgiving, and I got a little girl looking at me, and I'm in grad school and working, and all of a sudden I don't have any place to live. And Raymond picked me up, man. He said, "You're coming to stay with me." Oh man, I see Carlton. I gotta go, guys.
You're hit, boy.
Yeah,
You talk about getting picked up. Carlton
yeah,
picked me up. He beat me up. You hear me?
yeah,
Told me what I didn't want to hear, but what I needed to hear. Hey,
yeah.
I'm sorry, man. That's my guy.
Well,
My undone right through here. I'm
well,
sorry. Carry
yeah.
on.
Well, that's my sponsor.
Yeah,
I don't know, but that's the best sponsor in town right there.
man. That dude, hey, man. He had me crying. I couldn't quit crying. You hear me?
Yeah,
Because he was telling me the truth about me, and I was new to this, man. I knew I didn't want to live the way I was living, but I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to do that. And just again, with George B bringing the meetings in, Carlton, Joanne G, and sharing a little bit of their pain, their madness, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And not glamorizing, because wasn't nothing glamorous about it, man. I'm like, whoa,
Hmm.
I relate. I
Hmm.
relate. And this
Yeah,
man would come in and share about he just got paid Friday, done paid all his car note, his rent, and got $3 left, and is happy. And that's
yeah,
what I wanted. Because I wanted that, man. I didn't care what I was doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
just wanted to do something. I just didn't want to use dope, man. I didn't want to die. I was
yeah.
tired of the pain. Go ahead. Hey, man, you're supposed to share. Don't let me hear me. Come on.
Yeah.
You're done,
Well,
dude.
Carlton's bossing me around. He said, "Stop it, tell your story." So,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. So I went and lived with Raymond, right? And he even he even made a spot for my daughter, man. Like we had a
Wow.
little set up, and he helped me transition. He helped me get in, and I went on and finished grad school, and then I come back and stayed with Raymond again for a little while until I could get up on my feet and get my career going. And that's how we do this in recovery. We walk through this together, and there's a whole lot of people that have turned their back on me, and the folks that I've met in recovery have been there for me through it. I don't care what time it is. I don't care what's going on. I found some folks that have been in my corner, and it's not the folks that I expected. It's the folks that God put in front of me and put in my life. Yeah, so because of that, I learned how to pay attention. Stop trying to control my destiny and control what I wanted to happen, and start paying attention to what doors is God opening. When I was about ready to graduate, I had a conversation with God, and I told him, I said, there's two places I don't want to work. I don't want to work in treatment, and I don't want to work with kids. And God's so good. The first job He offered me was in treatment.
I got something for you. Hear me?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I went down and worked at the Isaiah House for a while and got connected, and man, those folks took care of me. They took care of me, and they introduced me to what I was doing. The next place I went, I got offered a position working with adolescents in recovery, and I was like, wow,
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a
Okay.
doozy. They're hard headed.
Yeah. Well, I joked around with the guys at Isaiah House. I said they prepped me for going to work for their adolescents. My clients weren't much different.
Right, right. But
We're
but
just
you
grown up
remember, like,
teenagers. Yeah.
to finally set still, man, and it's planting seeds. It is planting seeds.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do, because I feel that God has been putting people in my life all my life, for me to prosper in His will, but I haven't been vigilant of it. And it wasn't until this last rip, again with Carlton, and several more, Sean W.
Yeah.
Uh, showing me, man, it wasn't, it was showing me, man,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. I mean, and that's action, bro. Megan Morrow in the house. I love you, lady. I need to get you up in here. T Bass, I see. I gotta get some shots out. Sissy, love it. I love you, woman. That's my people right there. I used to aggravate her to death. I go over there, cracked out 3 or 4 in the morning on York Street. You ain't got $4 or $5. I love you, woman. She never turned me away. I love you. Rex Fowler in the house. Kristen Kincaid. My peoples. Here we go. All right, Timmy Heisel's up in here. I can't read all that. Timmy ain't got no glasses on. Glory be to God one time. All right, give it to me. Go, Rich.
Yeah.
It's a real thing, man.
Well, I saw Megan say shoot teenagers, but I'm telling you what, those teenagers taught me more than a lot of school did. I ran a adolescent unit, and man, those kids were such a blessing to me. Coming in and just showing me to how to have compassion, how to just remind me that man, addiction starts early with a lot of these folks, and a lot of folks come in with the blameless children, right? They come in with the bad hand. They don't have a choice. They get thrust into this. And I had kids looking at me saying, how am I supposed to stay clean? I go home, mom and dad are using.
Yeah.
I felt like it made me a better counselor and it made me a better father.
Well, and it does. We got a video coming out, bro. And I do apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off real quick. So, Lloyd, nobody, that's a fake profile. That's those scammers, bro. You will never see me hit you up and tell you won anything. You hear me? I ain't giving away nothing, son. I got some opinions over here. You hear me? I can share my experience, strength, and hope, baby. But hey, look, man. That wasn't me. Report that's what you do. Tell on it. Real talk. Yeah. All right. Thank you. But for real, man, this blameless children thing, and that was my thing, Rich, because like you're talking about these adolescents, man, that's the same thing I had done to my kids, man. I take them shoplifting, put them in the car and tell them I'm going to go get them some ice cream. I'm talking little boys, 4 and 5 years old, and taking them in Walmart, pushing out buggies, going Advanced Auto, stealing batteries, them in the car, like what the peanuts going on here? What I mean, dude, what are that vicious cycle, man? And it started with me, like, man, it's just crazy. Thanks for allowing me to share. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, man. And after that, I bounced around a couple different places, tried a few things out, and my baby girl, she did what little girls do. She became a woman, grew up, and went off to college, and at that point, I decided I was going to swing for the fences, right, and try to create a company, but not just a company, like an organization that takes care of folks, behind the lines and on the lines, and so I started just doing counseling by myself, but it wasn't too long. I brought Miss Beth Brown on.
Dude.
Yeah, and I mean, golly, she's
I want to know. Yeah, she's wonderful, dude. And again, I'm cutting you out. And I apologize, but I want to hear, like, bro, when did you get to this point? Because this is heavy, bro. Like, you took a leap of faith. You went to school. You got. What do you got? You're a psychologist. What are you?
I've got a master's in counseling, a bachelor's in psychology. I'm a licensed professional clinical counselor, a temporary
bartender.
Yeah.
I need my nut doctor. I'm sorry, no offense to anybody. I'm wacko too. But no, man, so you put this work in And now, when did you take that leap of faith and said, "Okay, I'm doing this"?
I got mad. I,
Okay.
I got mad. I went into the counseling industry and thinking everybody had a genuine heart, and I saw an ugly side, and I kind of got that attitude of, well, if somebody's going to do it right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it with integrity, and I'm going to bring the principles of my recovery into what I'm doing because listen, health insurance, managed care, government regulations, and then you throw some hustlers in there, it can be an ugly business. Just because the sign says we're here to help you, don't make it
Teach,
so.
speak on it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's some folks out there that makes it real hard for people that are really trying to help people. There's a lot of regs out there, a lot of hoops to come through, and a lot of bad reputations that we have to overcome in this field because there's predators out there.
There's predators, and it's crazy because it's a business, and I get that. But this is what I go by, Rich, and I go by as long as my motives are genuine, God's going to honor that today. And I ain't forgot where I come from.
Mhm.
I ain't forgot the ones again that taught me by their actions, man. It's really scary, man, because you
Yeah,
take this 18-year-old kid and you send them to treatment, not knowing where you're sending them, bro.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's scary, man, and I say that because I've seen some things, with losing my daughter and everything. She was 27, but just being real vigilant of where I sent her, before this. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Well, and I mean, when we put our loved ones in the hands of others, and we put our loved ones and say, save my loved one's life. They're depressed. My loved one's suicidal. My loved one can't stop using. Please help them. Right. I take that real seriously. That's you know. Walking with it with integrity in what we do is a really big priority, and I'll go out of business before I practice unethically, and that's just where I stand with it.
Well, man, all you got is your word, and again, you're dealing with, dude. It's not, you ain't selling a car, right? You ain't selling a
Mhm.
used car, all right? You're dealing with humans, bro.
Yeah,
Human beings, man. Our brothers and sisters in Christ. You feel me? And I'm for real. You can't go. I can't tell a mother, oh well, we're gonna do this. When I tell you something, man, I gotta stick to my word, man. At the end of the day, they're gonna do what they do, but I can tell you what I know and what is real. Does that make any sense?
yes, yes.
Well, congratulations, Barbie. That's wonderful news. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Hey, my boy Sam Graper's on here. I gotta say what's up to him.
Sammy, what up? What?
Yeah,
Kelly Fillmore, I see you.
he's
Hey, if
down
you
in
got,
Florida.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but man, I gotta tell you what we're doing at these houses.
Tell me. Hold on. Let me get something. Hey, if you guys would, please, one time, hashtag let God in the win. Let's get it popping. 144 on here doing what they do. Thank each and every one of you, man, for your support. We need you. Yeah, hashtag one time, let God in the win. Take it away, my man.
Yeah, so one of the issues that Beth and I came across is finding places that I would refer to, right? When we're talking about transitional living homes. And here's the thing, the thing that I kept noticing is you've got a lot of folks that are in really structured environments, and you've got somebody tell you what to do, they're feeding you, they're teaching you what you got to do, they're taking you to meetings, and then the next thing I know, I got to go to 0 to 60, just dumped out in society, and now I got expectations from the judge. I got expectations from social workers. I got expectations from the wifey and the family. I got all this debt. I've got all this mess to clean up. And oh, by the way, maybe I don't have a driver's license, I don't have a job, and you know what I mean. And that's a huge mountain to overcome. And I've seen over and over folks just hit the F it button. It's just too much. And so what I hoped was to be able to create a place that would help, slow that down, right? Ease that transition in. So what I did is I opened the men's house, and what we do is we provide intensive outpatient, we provide individual therapy, we provide targeted case management, we teach them life skills, parenting, peer support, we take them to meetings, and there's no rent. So when they come in there, they're charged for services and not for rent. So those who are the most in need, can get covered by Medicaid, which helps them with that transition so that they can go out there and get a job, get money saved up, and get transitioned out in the world, and not have to be slammed right out the rip and get overwhelmed. So that's kind of where that started, and we started having a lot of success. I said we'd open a women's house in a year, and just a couple of months later, we opened our women's house. We opened the men's house in June, and then opened the women's house in September.
Amen, amen, and it is real because again, we don't know how to live, man, and it's so quick to hit that F it button. I remember so many times wanting to do this and wanting to do that, but then life shows up. Luckily for me, and I'm going to share this because the last time was the last time.
Yeah.
So I get a job, right, like you said, through a temp service. Well, I'm there 4 days. And they tell me I'm doing a good job. I'm feeling good about myself, man. I'm really feeling good about myself, And the manager comes and, hey, you're doing a great job, yada, yada. And that same afternoon after work, I get a call. This is like the third, fourth day there, from the temporary. So your background check is back. You got to go, player. You know what I'm saying? That could have been so easy to say F it, but I didn't. Consequences of my past. These are the things we learn through the therapy, through the you know what I'm saying, through the steps, and Carlton had instilled that in me while in the program in FCDC about these they'll show up, and they do, it's just being ready, I don't know, but thanks for anyway, do your thing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good, man.
Oh, somebody hold me. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. But yeah, man, there's a story. I worked at an agency, a client. It broke my heart, man. This girl, was a single mom and got her life together. Was doing the drug court thing, and she was working, and she had to do IOP. She didn't have a license, you know what I mean? But she was figuring out ways to get rides. And I remember her coming in one day and said that, she called in, tried to find out she's supposed to drop. She was good for the day. And she gets to work, and she's in the middle of her shift, at lunch shift, at the Mickey D's, and they call her and say, hey, you got to come drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And her boss looks at her and says, if you leave, you're fired, And it's like, man, some of these expectations that we've got on these folks coming out, they're good intentions, right? But the expectations are just so unrealistic. And so we're trying to work with, we've been working with second chance employers and stuff so that they understand the circumstances and understand that the folks that are coming in are trying to get their lives together, and they're trying they might need some flexibility, right?
Amen. I'm looking at Sam. Sam's still in Florida, and I remember running into Sam a few times in Lexington.
Good dude.
Yeah, he's throwing it up for you real try. He said, awesome to see you, Rich. Y'all listen to him. I've been clean over 12 years, and Rich was there for me from the jump. Never relapsed, and part of that is because of Rich. Amen. And it's real. Again, God will put these people in your life, man, if we're vigilant of it. With the whole thing with me, Rich, I remember I called Sean W. and I'm like, and I was in Versailles and he was in Lexington. There was a meeting and I didn't have a ride. I remember that, because we're talking about these things. And it was so simple. I'm just saying, because he said, well, if I had a big crack rock up here, you'd make it up here.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
so I made it up there. You know what I mean? Um,
yeah.
little things like I don't know, man. Like I said, life's going to show up. Life's going to show up, man. I love what you're doing. I think it's a great program. I got to visit the men's house, and I got to visit the women's house, and just see the growth in a matter of a couple of weeks with a couple of the clients, the growth, and that told me that that wow, okay, here we go. Just giving them that, man, just with action. This is what's going on. The accountabilities are necessary for an addict like me, man. I'll run wide open over here. You know what I mean? Trying to get away with some things right here.
Well, this has been a tough year, right, for everybody.
Oh, heck yeah.
And I was telling you earlier, we've got some real good people here in Fayette County in the mayor's office that are really advocating for addicts around here. There's a woman named Amy Baker. She works closely with Scott Llewellyn. I mean, talk about going to bat. I was in conversation with her during the lockdown about, meetings, people not able to get to meetings. And we were talking about the overdoses, and she got on the phone with the governor's office,
Wow.
and got them to say that it was clinically necessary for people in recovery to be able to attend meetings because it saves lives.
It's a necessity. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and I mean, you talked about this before we did this. I remember when this hit, bro. I'm in my head, and like I told you, I always go back. Well, you didn't smoke crack today. You didn't put a needle in your arm today. But I was so caught up. This right here told me, bro, if you're going to use, if you don't get to a meeting. I mean, I was talking to myself. You hear me? You know what we do.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was fortunate enough, that we'd already, Fayette County had already started some meetings back up, with the mask and the social distancing and everything, because it is a necessary, man. It's necessary for real. Angela Green, I see you. You got any shots out in there?
Yeah,
Chris Boyd.
did.
Shoot 'em out, boy.
I'm looking. Denzel Hall, man, that's my boy over there.
Yeah, he had some good stuff to share.
Yeah, he's down in Willisburg.
Not Willisburg.
Yeah.
Amen. Yeah, who else we got? I can't. Crystal Smith. Yes, I see you. It does get better.
Yeah.
But right now, like you said, so Rich is going to break down some statistics for us. Like I said, he's locked in with the mayor, y'all. Spirit pop, here we go. Because it is real. Because even people that aren't addicts, alcoholics, during this thing have picked up. And I can just see them hanging out. Yeah, I'll try. Jordan Winchester, and this is my guy right here, boy. Down there in Hazard, Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen. My man, Grant.
That's where my peoples are from.
He's that guy, son. Real talk. So break it down for us, man. Like, for real, the overdose rate is up, and what else?
Yeah. Well, with the opiate epidemic in 2017, we 2016 we hit a peak, and then 2017 we saw our first drop. We went down a 15% drop, and we had I can't remember. It's like 1,200 people in the state of Kentucky had a fatal overdose. Last year in Fayette County, we had 99 fatal overdoses, and about a little over 1,300 in the state of Kentucky. This year in September, middle of September, we're at 163 fatal overdoses. So we're on track for double the numbers, right? And that's multiple things can be true at once. I can be concerned about the spread of the coronavirus, but then also see the impact it's having on other folks with depression, with addiction, and I think sometimes we forget it's like that big old cartoon where you put your finger in the dam and you plug up one hole and about 20 others spout out.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing some other problems that are happening that it's very difficult to address, right? Yeah.
It is. I mean, it is a lot. I mean, but it's the world we're living in right now, and it is tough. That's why we're fortunate enough. The thing is for the newcomer, man, it's just getting here. So what you're doing is just a beautiful thing. Let's be real. You have structure. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm sorry, I got hemmed up right here. I almost deleted myself. Don't do that. Somebody validate me. Look at me, pretty bird. What the peanut? Real talk. So, but no, man, a much needed thing, and what you're doing is a beautiful thing. Again, I've seen it. It's such a beautiful thing. When the Nile was open with May Jean, April, and Rachel, the list goes on and on. Just to watch, the value, the worth that they had, and was instilling that in the newcomer, and watching them flourish, man, it's just the most beautiful thing you can see. And you've been doing this for a while, planting these seeds, and now look what you're doing. You're a business owner, right? But you haven't got the right. But again, man, creating jobs, creating work, and at the same time, you know teaching, man, you know, and letting people know with action that they can break this cycle. They don't have to live like this anymore, man. It gets real deep in this one, man. It gets real deep, even with the statistics and what's going on in the world. Just to
Well,
be vigilant.
yeah, and let me tell you though, if you're not able to go to in-person meetings, I certainly understand. Nobody's knocking, but not we need them. We need in-person gathering, whether that's Celebrate Recovery, Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. We need places for people to go because, quite frankly, not everybody's got technology. Not everybody's got internet. Not everybody's got a phone. So some folks, if they don't get that in-person interaction, just not gonna they're not gonna get connected, right? And so we got to have places for these people to go. God designed us to be relational beings, man. We are not meant to be in isolation. We're just not. We got to have that connection.
Okay. No, definitely. And that connection, real quick, you guys. Isaiah's asking for prayers. Hearted up one time. Put him in your prayers real quick. Isaiah's 18 years old. Good kid, man. Genuine kid. Love that kid. Put him in your prayers. Don't play about it. Pray about it. Turn Jesus up. Here we go. All right. But yeah, man, just again, and I'm looking, here's Thanksgiving coming up. And what about your Uncle Andy telling us we can't even have family over for Thanksgiving? What's up with that, man? Look here. I don't get into politics. I'm just saying. But come on, Andy.
Well, I don't always have the solution, and I'm okay with. I don't have to be right today, but I do know that um, we can't just do blanket solutions, right? We have to have a conversation, and that's missing in our community right now. We need leaders to have a dialogue about what we're seeing. We need to have people that are coming together and saying, hey, this is what I'm seeing over here in the church. Hey, this is what I'm seeing over at the homeless shelter. Hey, this is what I'm seeing at the police department. Hey, this is what I'm seeing in the schools. We've got a very divisive group of folks in leadership and just kind of we got to get away from that. We got to start having conversations again if we're ever going to get into the solution. I got to be able to have a dialogue with you, man. And you got to be able to disagree with me and for us to still shake it up at the end and be okay.
Yeah, we still, looking for the solution. I don't need to be right, as long as we figure out, a solution right through here. Raymond Cloud hanging on in there, huh? Yes, thank you.
He said Christmas funeral.
That's crazy. Okay. I'm just thinking, but again, I don't know. Like, I don't know, man, because I've been, I went to the doctor actually today and had some blood work done. And, because again, things that, I ain't no spring chicken, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ran hard for 25 years. I didn't, go see the doctor. I don't know what's going on in here. Damaged some things. I don't know, man. We're all in the same boat, man. I'm just trying to realize, man, that no matter what, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep moving forward.
Yeah. Well, and more than anything, we've got to get creative and think outside of the box. We gotta start having a way to move forward and live and think outside the box because yeah.
Go ahead, give us something. I wait. Okay, who we got on here? April, my people's. Oh, there you are again. I love you, April. Oh, April. So, real quick. So, Blameless Children again, June 19th, 2021. If the world's still doing what it, come on. So, we do a toy drive. Heart Ministries helping every addict recover together. So, to thank God for Toyberg. We're picking up toys tomorrow. Me and Teddy, getting them at the spot. So, April, we're planning what is it? The wrap. We're gonna do the Christmas wrap thing, second week of December, on a Saturday. So I need you, May, and everybody to show up and let's get this going. Such a blessing, Rich, out what God's done in my life. Oh, there he is, Deputy Sheriff Mike Caudill in the house.
Yeah, he said you need glasses, son.
Mike, look here, Mike. We ain't gonna play right. You hear me? I'm gonna quit playing with you right now. Mike's my guy. I love Mike. And we talk about Mike does so much in Scott County, so much in that in that county with with the schools, with ASAP. He's really out there, man, and doing it. You know what I'm saying, to help people be genuine and know that there is a lot of doors have been open for me through Deputy Sheriff Boone County Deputy Sheriff Teddy Milton, along with Scott County Deputy Sheriff Mike Caudill, Lieutenant Cornish, a State Trooper Satterley, and the list goes on. It's just amazing, what God will do once you get out of the way. But what else we got? Wrapper. Okay, so yes, T-Bass. So we're going to have a contest. Who can the best rapper and the quickest rapper with the with the gifts. Not potty dotty. We like stuff potty. We don't do dope. So we don't bother nobody. We're just some guys in recovery.
I was gonna say, are you gonna freestyle? Are you gonna battle somebody?
No. Give us something though. So Optimal Living.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so you can check us out at optimallivingservices.com. Right now, we're trying to put an emphasis on our outpatient services too. We've got some really good therapists. Everybody needs somebody to walk through. If we, everybody, if we still lived in a community and had our elders, I'd be out of a job. But since we don't have that right now, give us a shout. Let us walk through life with you. It's always good to have somebody to check in with. Plus, we've got our intensive outpatient over there. We've got a couple of peer support if you're doing the substance use thing. If you need some support in that area, we've got people for that. Yeah. So we got more things coming too. More things coming in the first of the year.
It's been heavy, man, high volume, and you're doing something right because God is blessing you. I know we're going to have to get something else open, man. You're filling up on us. So that's a blessing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you do, Beth's amazing. I love Miss Beth. I've got to meet her on several occasions, and being genuine, you know what I mean, about what she does. And I love her story too. It's her story. I'll let her tell it.
Yeah. She's good people, man. That's somebody that God put in my life. It's one of my best friends right there is Beth Brown. She and I had a conversation. I kind of shared with her about what my vision and what my dream was. See, I started writing a business plan for this back when I lived with Raymond.
Wow. Dude, that's share that, man.
Yeah. So we, when I was in grad school, Raymond and I would talk about different things and I sat down and wrote a business plan for the practice, and I wrote a business plan for the houses, man. And it just took a long time to get it going. It took a long time, a lot of hard work, man. I tell everybody, if you want to be successful, just keep doing what you're doing, but just keep doing it.
Keep moving forward, because that committee, man, will get in here and it'll tell me, I'm no good, and I'll procrastination. Golly, and I'll get hemmed up. Next thing I know, I done wasted 3 days feeling sorry for myself. I need a counselor. Somebody hold me, you know.
Yeah, 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 man.
Oh, Jesus. Regina Howard, can't make it past one day. Please pray. Definitely message us right here. And yeah, guys, put the prayers up. There's Loretta Stone's on here. She'll definitely send some prayers up. Barbie, yeah, Josh Thomas, my guy, Angela Bryant. Send some prayers up over that way, man. I think May's still in here. Rachel, T Bass. For real, you have support here, lady. We need you. You hear me? We need you, girl. I'm talking to you. Can you see me? Regina Howard, I'm talking to you. We love you, baby. You're our sister, no doubt about it. All right, Chris Stanley, what's he talking about? We need a fellowship, church, and recovery. Emotional overthoughts need to be debated amongst each other. God will take it from you, but you still have to put in the work. Helps with. I'm so lost. I'm sorry. Thank you,
Helps
Chris.
with some help. Yeah,
Thank you, baby.
yeah,
Real
man.
talk.
Yeah,
Real
man.
talk.
We gotta have that community, wherever you find that fellowship, man. I don't know if you know this, but I did grad school at Asbury Seminary.
Shut up. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
Shut
Your
the
boy was
front.
your boy was gonna be a deacon.
Hey,
So
man. Well, it's funny. United Way was, I'm from Irishtown, a little neighborhood. So Asbury came down one time, and some of the kids going to school there. I was a kid. I was probably 11 or 12, and they took us camping over at Asbury. A beautiful thing. The United Way was right there in the neighborhood off Manchester Street, and a bunch of it was I never have forgot it. It was
man.
awesome. It was awesome. Oh, he was gonna be Rich the Deacon, yes sir. Can I get a hallelujah? Oh, real talk.
Yeah, that's a long story. Yeah.
That's
It.
good.
That's basically an 11 step, man. I had an opportunity to search out what my relationship with God was, and I got to do it in a very intensive way. Yeah, my boy's laughing at me. He's always clowning. Always clowning.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Hey, listen. I told this story the other night, and I tell you, it's really important to hear. When I saw Carlton early on, I saw this guy working 3 jobs, right?
Yes.
And I joke that he's old. He's not old, but in my mind, he was older than me, right? And this guy's running circles around me, working 3 jobs and making a meeting every single day and sponsoring like half the fellowship,
Yeah. Yeah.
and involved. I mean, not just like taking numbers, like involved in people's lives. And I'm like, man, if this dude can do it, I have no excuse. No excuse. I got to work. I got to hustle, and there was times that, I was in school. I'm raising my daughter. I'm going to meetings. I'm working. Like I'm doing it all. And it seems like there's not enough hours in the day. And I'll look up and he's doing more. And it's just like, we need somebody like that to plow the way to say, look what's possible. Look what's possible when you make a third step commitment to God. When you turn your will and your life over to the care of, look what I made possible. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
I can so relate to that, bro, because I knew that, he was working all these jobs, right?
Yeah.
And again, I was fresh. I'm still fresh, and it is God's will. February the 7th, I'll have 7 years. Unbelievable.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
Man.
But like, and again, watching actions, man, with Carlton, I couldn't, I'd get caught up. I was blessed at MD Electric for 3.5 years until God opened another door. And it was just up to me to have faith and courage to walk through that door. And I did so. But to see Carlton, again, all in the action, working these 2 jobs, and then I would want to complain about working 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Come on, Andrew. I can't hear. I can't. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, listen, man, and this is just for me. I needed to be a man and stop being a little boy. And that little boy inside of me wants to make excuses to be Peter Pan, to not take responsibility for my life.
Amen.
And the moment I said I wanted to be a man, I needed to find a man to model, right? And look, Carlton and Raymond are two men that showed me how to be a man. They showed me how to be a father. They showed me how to be responsible. They showed me how to have a work ethic. And every now and then, get a stern talking to about, here's the PG version. Don't sissy out now.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
That is the PG.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
but it is real. Our mentors, and again, people that God puts in your life, to show you the way. It is, man. It's remarkable, and to know, and again, watching and seeing where these guys, are at, and we can get there. Because I would hear a lot of things in the fellowship that I hadn't even, it wasn't my story at that time, but I listened to I listened to people sharing because they were sharing the solution behind this thing. And then when these things happened in my life, I'm like, oh, I remember Miss Stacy sharing about this, and how
yeah,
she made it through, some financial difficulty and, things like that, and then that's God, man. I'm just saying God works through people. You know what I mean?
yeah, 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 man. Well, in learning those principles, man. Learning how to pull the principles out of their stories and be able to take those principles and apply it in my own life. You know, it's what we were taught when we were kids. The moral of the fable, right?
Come on.
What's the moral of the story? And that's what 12 Steps teaches us. Is just take that moral and put it back in our lives. It's one of the
Amen.
best tools out there, man. Best tool out there.
Hey, man, the best kept secret. You hear me? Woo, let's get it out
Yeah,
there. Because things
yeah,
have changed, man. It's 2020. The world shut down, and it's a whole, with social media. To use social media to and be genuine about it, because you brought this up earlier. Everybody's not genuine about it. It's look at me, and I check that, man, and everything I do. Hold on, Andrew, who you doing this for? And don't get it twisted now. And everybody likes validation. Everybody likes to be told, hey, thank you, good job, man, way to go. If
yeah.
they didn't, they wouldn't have trophies. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But to realize that it is God's glory. It's me getting out of the way because I don't know nothing. And with and just doing these things, and I respect you, man. I respect you because I know the work you've put in. Again, with action, your walk, your talk, and what I like the most is that you're giving people in recovery jobs today. That's a big deal. That's a
Yeah,
big deal to me.
yeah, man. Well, you know, uh, there's some gold mines out there that are being overlooked because somebody's judging a book by its cover or by its
Oh,
background check.
oh,
You know
you
what I
better
mean?
stop. Woo, woo, yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Real talk. You
yeah,
know, oh Lord,
yeah,
it's real. David Kibler in
yeah.
the house. I'm glad you're here. Mike Caudill hanging on like a hair on a biscuit. My man, 100 grand. Let your pain be champagne. Non-alcoholic. Why? Because we living today. Here we come, son.
I mean,
Andrew Brain, I see you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I got the best staff in town right now. I mean, I tell you that hands down. You know,
Genuine.
I got Beth Brown. I mean, I got Rachel Savage, right? I got Chris Leonard, right?
Okay.
I got JP Llewellyn,
I
right?
know you got a diamond in rough the other day.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
dude is cold. I'm Marcus.
yeah, Marcus.
You got
Yeah,
a diamond in the rough, boy.
yeah. We got
Hey,
Marcus, man.
hey, boy. Hey,
Yeah,
I call him. You're right, man. Look here. Here's what's going on. What you hear
yeah,
me? Carlton
yeah,
answered my phone call.
yeah. Yeah, we got Mary Who,
Yeah.
I mean, we
Yes.
got we got some cold clinicians, man, with some experience and some compassion and some integrity. I'll match my clinicians up hands down
Put him
all
in the
day
ring
long.
against anybody.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Woo!
Listen,
Anybody.
listen, listen. I got two of my mentors ask me if they could come work with me. Like, how does that happen, right? These ladies got over 25 years experience each, and they're like, saw something in me. They said, man, we want to come do what you're doing. So,
Amen.
yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you, man. We're getting ready to cut this loose. We've been on a hot arrow, 60-minute
Yeah.
action.
It flew
I'm
by.
so thankful. I'm thankful for you. I'd like to get you back on in the future. Optimal Living. Reach out. We'll get you in contact. It's amazing what you're doing, man. I just want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I just want that, and you see that, man. It's just amazing what's going on. I'm glad to have everybody on here tonight. Thank you guys. Look at that old 70 piece right there. 70 days, baby. Woo!
Yeah.
Heart that up. What y'all do. Show some love right through here. But God is good, Rich, all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
God is good.
Yeah, man.
Woo-hoo!
Hey, man, thank you so much for giving me a privilege to come on and talk with you guys. I really appreciate it.
No, we're honored, man. We're so thankful. 13 years, man. It's amazing. You got your main man Raymond up in here. I love you, Raymond.
Yeah.
I love, man. Me early in these meetings, I love to hear Raymond share. Oh Lord, you hear me? Get him, Raymond. He come in hot, boy. Take care with you. Oh, whoa! Take a look at him.
Love you, Pops.
Definitely, he's the real deal, real deal. Holyfield, Loretta, I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're here. We need you. So yeah, man. Let's chop it up. Let's get together. Things are moving forward. I look forward. You better start looking for new houses.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
you're growing that fast, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. So again, guys, we just did a video. I'm gonna put it out. I'm debating on whether and putting it out on Thanksgiving. It was the kids. It's oh my gosh, it'll grab you, right? We had a bunch of kids show up at Journey Church, 320 Hope Lane, the home of the blameless children, and did a video. I got it in last night. It's pretty amazing. So I'm thinking about putting it out on Thanksgiving Day. If you get a chance, please check it out. We got it's just amazing. So anyway, Blameless Children, June 19th, 2021. Don't play about it, pray about it. Let's turn it up. Thank you, guys. Any last words, my man?
No, just thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for chiming in. Thanks, everybody, showing up.
Thank you for blessing
Call
us.
us if you need some help, man. We're here to help. We're here to walk through it with you. 859-785-1030. Call us. Relief is a phone call away.
Woo, relief is a phone call away. Boy, real talk. Let's get it. Optimal Living. Don't play about it. Here we come, son. Let's get it together, man. And it's scary. I get it, man, but they're here for you. I love it. I'm so hype about it. Loretta said, thanks, Rich. Boom.
Yeah,
Rich.
Thanks, Loretta.
My man, Rich. I can't wait. We need to go to a meeting, boy. You hear me?
Yes.
Drop that knowledge, baby. Mike, drop. Here we go. Hey, thank you to every one of you, man. We went back to back. So Wednesday, me and Dallin will be back 9 p.m. You can actually call in. The link will be up there, and let's talk. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We'll talk about something. Hear me? Huh?
Yeah.
Amen. There's the number. Loretta, did you put the number in there?
Yeah. Thanks, Loretta.
Loretta on her game, son.
Yeah.
All right. Good stuff. Optimal Living in the house. Thank you, Rich, and I love you, brother. Have a nice night.
Yeah.
Deuces. Thank you, guys. Bye.